I am. This discourse is a continuation of the last one, sort of. I found that in speaking about being an artist and what is an artist and the artist's place in society, as well as the whole origin of life, will take a long, long, long time. Full of redundancies, full of repetitions, and so I'm not going to shy away from them. I am going to continue with it. One of the things that came up for me when I was talking about it was some people would consider that I am being hypocritical in using YouTube to speak into when I have a neutral attitude towards advertisement, pushing oneself on others, self-advertising. Perhaps people have a point. What I think, however, is I use YouTube because it's a wonderful public platform for me to speak. I do not advertise it. I do not tell anybody about it. I just do it. It was how I did the Angel Tunnel. It was how I did Golden Gate Park and the Love Tunnel. It was how I've walked around the world singing. I do not believe in advertising. I do not believe in self-promotion. I believe in doing it. And are those exclusive? Maybe, maybe not. But more is the attitude of neutrality I take. My intent is pure, my intent is heart. Therefore, that is all that is necessary. Everything that will come from that pure intent, from doing it, will manifest for me. If I keep a frugal mind, a frugal heart, a frugal lifestyle. Part of that frugality, of course, is not to drink booze, is not to drink coffee, is not to do any drugs. And I don't say no to people to do them. Everybody has their path. I, as I say, stay neutral towards everybody's explorations, because an exploration leads to knowledge, and I will not stand in the way of people's knowledge. In my case, however, for myself, I do not do any of those things, because all of them, including entertainment, are addicting, and they cause me to be distracted from my creative projects. I want to be making music. I want to be dancing. I want to be doing these talks. And these talks are for myself. They are totally for myself. Nobody, that's too large a word, few people listen and watch them. perhaps I have feelings about that, but again, there's a beautiful place for neutrality here, and to really hear the thoughts, but to release them, not to allow them to become dominant in my thought. YouTube is kind of like standing in the tunnel and singing. It's the same thing. It's a public thoroughfare. All of the other performers who performed alongside me in all the various venues that I performed at would always advertise. They would always make a big to-do about themselves. And I never did. I always have done it and given just enough so that there's awareness. For instance, I have a website, but what is it necessary to say, oh, I have a website, come to my website, check this out? It doesn't really have any value whatsoever. The website is for those who are interested. That's all. It's not to bring in those who are not. It's not in trying to gain new fans, new people interested in what I have to say. It is all about just having it available for the one or two people who might find what I say interesting. That's all. YouTube is a big advertising device. Most people use it as an advertising device. They use it as a teaching device to advertise themselves. Most teachers advertise their teaching because they're advertising themselves. They're not teaching because they want to give their knowledge freely. They want to give it neutrally. They want to pass it on to another neutrally. They want to bring attention to themselves, to their intelligence, to what they know about what they're talking about. That is not my path. I am. And I say that for that reason. I am. I talk. I need to talk. I need to express. I need to create. This is the path of an artist. It is not a path of advertising and sales. Sales and advertising are for those who want to accumulate material wealth. I do not seek to accumulate material wealth. I seek to create as much as I can, to learn as much as I can, to create as much as I can. So it is not hypocritical of me to use YouTube, because YouTube is a public platform. We'll see how it is in 20 years from now. I don't believe anything on the internet will be public. I even have doubts that open source things will be public anymore. I think that everybody, unless they are pure of heart, are unable to stay away from the accumulation of material wealth. I pull back from everybody, most people. Everybody's too much. I use and have been using infinitives a lot lately, and I am trying to control them. It's a bad habit. It's a habit of drama. It's in order to make it seem like this is so large, it's infinite. Everybody is an infinite word. Nobody is an infinite word. It's not nobody, it's a few. It's not everybody, it's most. Being careful with those infinitives is really important. Every once in a while there is an infinitive. And those infinitives usually are scientific. Like, the world will never survive. The world will explode and blow up. It will never survive. That's an infinitive, but that's true. I even can't say everybody will die when the planet explodes, because if there are people with tons of wealth, they might build a spaceship to escape and to fly away from the solar system before the sun expands and then blows up. I have no doubts about that happening. I feel that's probably the path. I cannot even imagine how an entire population of this planet can be removed and taken away to a distant galaxy that at the moment we still don't know where it would be hospitable to go. So what it is we are here for a short period of time. Just as in our lives we are here for a short period of time. We enjoy our earth, we enjoy our life, and then it's over. And it's already over. So am I hypocritical in using YouTube? I don't feel so, but some of you may feel so. Feel it then. Your feeling may be right. Maybe I'm wrong in using YouTube to talk it. But I think that I feel in my intent that I use this in a neutral fashion as a way to really express the things and the thoughts that come into my head. The redundancy of being an artist is truly one of the wonders of living. I said that it is the best path of life, and I think that is an infinitive. I think for many people who, let me even rephrase that, there are a few people who are truly and have truly taken the path of being an artist. Their path is completely and totally a path of offering. It is not a path of materialism. It is not a path of gaining something. It is not a path of advertising or sales. It is a path of being a creator. And that path is the blessed path. It is spoken of by all the religions because it is a paradigm. And a paradigm is an infinitive. An artist seeks to create through heart, through all of the tools that make up their being that they have learned, and thus they manifest and express that being through whatever medium. I speak of 4 mediums. I speak of the Quaternity. There are 4 specific mediums of expression. They align themselves with the senses also. In the realm of hearing and sound, there's music. I make music every day. I make music for these talks, these discourses, my thoughts. There is the site where we have painting and sculpture. That is one of the quaternities. That is alluded to as art. I have wanted to have a different word for it because it doesn't seem entirely correct. It's too full of the word. The word encompasses too many things, and art as painting and sculpture seems to be more in relation with visual expression. Then there is this talking, which leads to writing and leads to drama. One of the quaternity, the expression through literary or logical writing, reading. Then there's the dance, the full body, the skin, the feeling. In all these, that quaternity, I try to express myself in that quaternity daily. I dance daily, I create music daily, I write daily, and I draw, I paint, I draw daily. These things are really important to me. It's part of my philosophy of living. For me, it's make life a work of art. This is what I live by, and this is what I pass on to all who want and are willing to listen to what I have to say.